today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Again, Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. Leach. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. The Giants in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. (10-3) our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And he rifles one incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
They're going to try and throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone. Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Tracy. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get this to the 31.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here's 1st and goal. And, gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And Jackson throwing once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Jackson on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter.
Josh Downs.
A touchdown reception. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Broncos trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys.
right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And he's got this down to the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down. Leach. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want more victim to it themselves.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Leach. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes...
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson will throw again. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Now it's Jackson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Leach. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10. Leach. He's got Bellinger. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jackson. Dancing to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
They'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
2nd and 10.
Oh, he fakes the spike. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And that's going to be caught. How about that one? They fake the spike, and it winds up a touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. One last shot for Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
tonight.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Throwing to start the drive. Leach. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Giants at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Leach. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leach. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down. Leach. Over the middle, complete. It's Atkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Leach. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Caleb Williams leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Nico Collins up close to 200 yards receiving with a touchdown catch as well. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Open man, that's Malik Nabers.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On first down, Leach. He finds his man, complete. That's Atkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here.
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Nabers from 3 yards out.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Now he's right there on the doorstep now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, they'll run it here. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Now the first carry here for the running back. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 6 now.
On second down, they'll run it here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down he'll go at the 25. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
3rd and 2.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.